Where should we begin?
I don't know. Should we keep our identities a mystery? Well, I feel weird introducing myself.
I feel weird introducing myself too, but
Hi.
okay. Welcome to Read It and Weep with Amelia and Grace.
Yay!
I'm Grace.
I'm Amelia.
And this is going to be our podcast where we talk about books and then books that have been made into TV movie adaptations and everything in between.
Hurrah!
Today we're going to be talking about Emily Henry's novel, People We Meet on Vacation, which we just read this past week. And the movie just came out this past Friday on January 9th.
Which we watched it.
On the day that it came out.
On the day that it arrived.
And we have thoughts.
So many thoughts.
Let's just get right into it.
Okay, let's do it. I don't know where to start.
Well,
I feel like there's so many talking points that I need to get across that I was so upset about.
My biggest issue is, first of all, I didn't think I was going to like this book at all. Okay? That was where I really started. I never read an Emily Henry before.
Yeah.
And
I've also never read.
I just thought she was a book talk author.
I did too, and I get really scared with book talk, for sure.
I can't do a Colleen Hoover type vibe, so I was like...
I think Colleen is what got me into reading again.
Which is great. She's great for that.
Which is fantastic. I'm no hate to Colleen. I've been really not liking her adaptations into movies, though. We can get into that one on a whole different level.
Did you watch the Regretting You?
No.
Okay.
I've actually only watched...
So Just It Ends With Us.
So it's Just It Ends With Us, and that really bothered me.
Right, okay.
But I need to watch Regretting You and Reminders of Him. Did you read either of
Oh,
those?
wait. I didn't even... No, I didn't. Should we read them?
I've read them both already.
Okay.
I have the book.
I did Just It Ends With Us. Probably 6 years ago I read it.
Yeah, I think that was also, when it was, really popular on Book Talk.
Yeah. But she's great for getting you back into reading. That's exactly, why
100%.
I read it.
Yes, and now we're back into it.
And now I can't read it
Because I never read as a kid. I hate reading. I'm dyslexic.
Right.
I can't read.
Right. Well, that's what I thought about Emily Henry. I was feeling extremely nervous that she was going to be a similarly cringeworthy type beat, but I was actually pleasantly surprised with the writing style. I thought that it was a lot more elevated than other book talk authors. Besides Colleen Hoover, I'm also going to name drop Ellen Hildebrand, who I couldn't even get through one of the books that I read.
Ellen?
She's not good.
What book is it? That was on Book Talk?
I can't remember. It was something about Nantucket.
Oh, I don't care.
It was bad. It was bad. The main character's name was Allegra, and I just had to stop
I can't do that. Isn't that like a medicine?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
okay.
Don't name your kids Allegra, so.
I ended up really liking the book. I gave it 4 stars on Goodreads.
Out of 5?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
The Allegra?
No. People.
People. Yeah. No, I would give it. I love a slow burn.
Yeah.
Like that. I would also give it probably a 4, or honestly even a 4.2 out of for romance.
Okay.
If I'm in the romance genre, overall out of every book, I'd probably give it a 3.8. But in the romance genre, I'd give it a 4.2.
All right.
You know
I'm kind of limited on Goodreads. I have to just pick a star level, so I don't get that much nuance. But
no. So I feel 4 is a good safe bet between 100%, for sure.
100%. And I think part of that was the shock that I was actually enjoying it as much as I did. So I was
4.
Yeah.
Like it.
You did it.
Like it, love it, rate it.
Okay.
All right, so here I have a lot of talking points of we were taking notes during the movie.
Oh, we were. And our other best friend, Sarah, name drop Sarah. She was watching with us. She hadn't read the book, and
she was equally confused.
And she also wanted us to please stop talking at all times. We couldn't shut up.
Because there were so many plot holes and so many differences.
We couldn't be held back
that
with our
it was
commentary.
It was gagging, honestly. Honestly, I felt like I didn't even have to read the book.
No. Well, because it was a completely different story.
It was a completely different storyline. There were so many different subplots. Oh my god, he got engaged!
Right. Yeah.
We can get into that.
Yeah, we have to. Okay. Let's just start at the beginning. I think we should talk about the casting, because that's what struck me first.
Casting struck me for sure.
So in my head, when I was reading the book, I was picturing very different people than who were actually casted. Okay. And the cast consisted of Emily Bader as Poppy and
Tom Blythe.
That British guy.
I don't know.
They're both. The point is, they're both very dark brunettes.
Yes, and that's just not what we were picturing. No. Lighter hair.
I was picturing blonde for sure. Poppy was giving to me tight curls, blonde.
Yeah. Like I was getting like the kind that like doesn't really know how to work her curls yet.
Exactly, they're frizzy. They're crazy.
Yeah. And they brought her frizz. They had frizz for sure. But I just pictured her with lighter hair. Maybe not like, maybe more of like I was saying like a strawberry, kind of like a dirtier blonde than like a pure bleached blonde. Because I wouldn't picture her to have dyed her hair.
No,
but him, I was also picturing either like a lighter brown or also like a dirtier blonde. Like,
yeah,
I wasn't picturing them to kind of look like siblings.
Right.
I think that threw me for a whirl, for sure.
I don't know. In my head, he was like a little more like sheepish. I'm picturing like a very tall, like 6 foot, kind of 6'2" maybe.
Yeah.
But like strong, not like super skinny.
Like sleeper build, kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like messy blonde hair.
Yeah. Like I was giving like the way she would describe him in the book is she was like, all of my friends like are like they skipped out the whole Tinder scene or the Hinge scene or whatever that was.
Much that was missing.
That pissed me off. I think that was a very there's very important scenes that they skipped over, but
yeah,
I think like there was a whole scene where she was like, all of my friends had crushes on you.
Yep.
And like I think that man is very like I think Tom is attractive.
He is a good looking guy.
I just didn't find him as Alex. Like I found him more, I don't know, like I felt like I needed someone that was giving me like shy, kind of nerdy, introverted.
Yes.
And like he was giving me like the same vibes as like Call Me by Your Name. Like like that dancing scene that everyone made edits of, like that really popular edit.
Yeah.
Like that's what I pictured him more. Like I pictured him more of like a partier type than like introverted quiet.
Yeah. I agree.
Know what I mean?
I also feel like he was very quick. He seemed very quick to anger in the movie.
Yeah.
Where like in the book, I feel like it wasn't so common for him to like speak his mind. Like
no, he was very controlled and reserved.
Yeah. Especially with the car scene. Like he was pissed in the movie that she showed up at.
Oh my God.
9. Where like in the book, I feel like it was. You could tell it was bothering him, but he wasn't going to say anything.
Well, because she was like, I could pick up on his like tics, and I could see when he was like acting, ever so slightly different.
Yeah.
So I feel like that was I mean, I think that they're both. I think that what's her name?
Emily Bader.
Yeah, I think Emily Bader is beautiful.
She's gorgeous.
I think she's absolutely stunning.
Yeah.
Do I think that like to me she doesn't really give like quirky.
Exactly.
Like
she's too cool to be.
She gives like funny pretty. Like not like funny pretty, but like she's pretty, but she's also funny.
Yeah.
She wasn't giving to me like quirky.
No.
Like I felt like I needed the quirk to it.
I needed the quirk also. I was missing the quirk.
They're both fantastic actors.
Yeah, they're great.
I felt as though I don't know, I felt like the quirkiness seemed a little bit forced.
Definitely. Quirkiness was forced.
Quirkiness was kind of forced. And it's nothing against them. Like, I'm not trying to hate on them. Like,
I just don't think quirk comes naturally to her as a person, which, like, it's kind of hard to tap into if you don't have it.
Yeah, but also, like, good for you that you're not... Actually...
You're cool, okay? You're cool.
Good for you.
Good for you. You're cool. You're cool. You're effortlessly cool.
You can't just be weird.
Right.
You're cool.
Yep.
Like, I look at you and I'm like, oh my God, like, I'm scared to talk to you.
Right. It girl, kind of.
Yeah, she was total it girl.
Yeah.
But not like a mean it girl.
No, like very
cool it girl. Like she just wasn't giving quirky.
Right. We're getting into the weeds of the quirkiness levels.
I just don't want her to be offended because I know she's gonna watch this.
Right. She's gonna see this for sure. Episode 1 of this podcast.
Yeah.
Totally.
Is that it for casting?
I think so. Oh, actually, let's talk about like the external people. Like,
Sarah. I pictured Sarah as a brunette. Maybe because all the Sarahs that I know personally are brunette. But I wasn't picturing her as like a bleached blonde. Like I was picturing her as like, you know what I mean? Like for me, I think it's just like a stereotype of like blonde is like not as reserved as a blonde myself.
Okay. I don't know that I had a picture of her in my head. But then when I saw the girl from the White Lotus, it's Sarah Catherine Hook. It's the girl from the White Lotus, the most recent season. When I saw her in that role, I feel like she really like kind of fit the vibes. I think she just the hair. I think she had kind of like a poorly done wig, but that's
who was on wigs.
I digress. On the wig.
Anyway,
I think it was a great.
I think for someone who I wasn't picturing in that part, I think she did a fantastic job in it.
Definitely.
I was also picturing her as someone taller. I was picturing like her to Poppy to be smaller than Sarah.
Yes, I agree.
You know what I mean? But it felt like the other way around.
Yeah.
But also, like, I can get into Sarah's character and that whole situation separately.
Well.
What about Julian? I feel like Julian was pictured.
Yeah.
I feel like he was pretty.
He was pretty. I pictured him to be a little more scrawny, like artist type.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's how he's like described in the book.
I pictured his height as tiny.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I didn't have a picture of Trey. I actually, when he popped up in the movie, I completely forgot he was in the book.
Because she didn't even, because Trey was so short-lived. Trey was a very small, brief, like, 4 pages. Where she was like, this man that I met R&R. Yeah. He's my photographer.
Yeah. I, like, had completely forgotten about it.
Yeah, I definitely.
Side note, the boat guy, the water taxi guy.
Yeah.
Lucas Gage. Great choice.
Great choice.
Not what I was picturing when I was reading the book, but then in the movie, I was like, you know what? Actually, this is a great pick.
But what you said while we were watching the movie is that you pictured him as more of an Alex than our Alex.
Yes. Yeah.
Which I get. Well, that's like kind of not like facial wise, but
no,
like
the hair kind of.
Yeah.
If his hair, like that hair texture, that like level of thickness in the hair and the color, if it was a little shorter, then that would be kind of ideal Alex.
For sure.
I wish I could have built my Alex for this movie.
I built him in my head.
Right.
But of course that didn't translate to the screen.
I can't believe they didn't consult us.
You would think they would. You would think.
Right, as we've read the book
a week before it came out.
4 days ago?
Yeah.
Perfect.
Set it on looks. Kinda, yeah, right?
Yeah.
Alright, let's get into it.
Alright.
I wish they started with the bar scene.
Same.
What is it, the prologue?
Yes.
It was the prologue, right?
It was from like 3 summers before the most recent one.
Yeah, that one. I think that I can get into the biggest thing I'm really upset about.
Okay.
But I really wish that they started with the bar scene. I think that showed their dynamic, like being so silly goofy right off the bat.
Definitely.
Like I think for people not reading the book and going right into it, Sarah was finding it hard to follow.
She was finding it hard to follow.
Going back and forth.
Our friend Sarah, not Sarah from the book.
Our friend Sarah, yes. But our friend was finding it hard to follow because it was going back and forth and you didn't really know their dynamic. Because, you know what I mean?
Also, like, yes, they do, like, label the time jumps. They say this summer, last summer, but it's very sporadic as opposed to where in the book, like, obviously you have more space in the book, you have more time. So, like, the chapters are, like, labeled as that. So it sticks in your mind, like, more strongly.
Yeah.
Than like when you're jumping back and forth in the movie.
I was just making sure your light was still on. Oh my god, mine's down. I hope you could still hear me.
Hope we're not having technical difficulties. If we are, like, you're gonna have to suck it up as we like.
I like scream. So
maybe eventually, if you guys make this super popular, we could get the mics that go like around.
Oh, guys,
kind of like Call Her Daddy.
Blow it up. So I totally had something to say.
Okay.
It was about the summers. Oh, Croatia.
Why did they need to change all the city names?
Chicago? What?
Yeah, in the book they went to school in Chicago, and in the movie they went to school in Boston. I just don't get the purpose of changing it.
I don't think that there was a purpose in changing it. I feel like we changed so many details that it's like, why?
Why? Like, are you just trying to piss off the readers?
Like, this wasn't even like, this isn't, I can't even consider this like a book adaptation. Like, I consider this as like loosely based off of the thoughts.
Right.
Like,
right.
I don't know. I think it was really bothersome to me that they changed such little things.
Yeah, that's exactly it. Is like we're following a skeleton of, the novel.
What could it be?
But we're gonna just change all these minor details and like for seemingly zero purpose.
No, there was no point of them going to Boston instead of Chicago.
They did it with all the cities that they like.
Croatia. Also, they did not bring up Croatia. Okay, what did they change it to?
Tuscany.
Oh yeah, Tuscany ?
Yeah.
They did not. I feel like they did not in the book. They brought up Croatia. Like she brought it up at like every instance she got when it came to like, this summer opposed to like X amount of summers ago. She kept being like, at least it's not what happened in Croatia.
Yep.
We haven't talked for 2 years since Croatia. Like they really were not plotting on what happened in Croatia.
Right, which was like a huge thing in the book. Like in the movie, it was just like, we haven't talked in 2 years. Like,
well, it was a completely different situation. What happened, I need to get into the pregnancy, but it was a completely different thing that happened in the movie than what happened in the book. And I think what happened in the movie was worse.
100%.
1,000% what happened in the book was worse. I mean, in the what happened in the movie was worse.
Yeah.
I think what happened in the book wasn't as bad, but they. Are you kidding? I think they really hyped it up to be bad in the book, and then it just wasn't as bad as I thought it was. I think I was texting you that. I was like, dude, I need to know what happened in Croatia. And then what happened in Croatia, it wasn't. Well, we can tell them, because I'm hoping that if you...
Yeah, unfortunately, if you're watching this podcast, like, or listening, like, you need to
have read or watched.
One or the other. One or the other.
Either or.
Or I guess if you don't care about
curious.
spoilers, but you might be a little bit freaking confused.
You'd be totally freaking confused. What happened in Croatia is they kissed.
Right.
But the way that they stopped talking for 2 years because of what happened in Croatia, keep that in mind. I just fully feel like I was expecting them to have had intercourse.
I was also expecting them,
like a cheating of some sort.
Then to have caused like a huge fight.
Huge fight.
Like,
but then it didn't.
Nah.
And they just stopped talking, and both of them were scared to reach out.
Yep.
But then in the movie, I'm like, I feel like we skipped over so much about what happened to Alex's mom and how that shaped his family dynamic. And I get that you have to cut so much out of like from book to movie.
I know we're trying to give grace here, but it's tough.
It was a 2-hour movie.
It was 2 hours.
We added things that did not need to be added.
Yeah.
I hate to say it.
Yeah, you're right though.
Thank you. But like I need to jump to the pregnancy, because
okay,
that was a big thing, because I have like so many thoughts and they're just rolling.
Okay.
Why did I type in Julia is here ?
Julian?
That's what it was. I think the pregnancy thing really bothered me because it was on the couple strip.
Mm-hmm.
She thought she was pregnant, which it was still on the couple strip, but this couple strip was Trey instead of Julian.
Right. In the book, they go on couple strip. Poppy and Julian, Alex and Sarah.
Yeah.
Because it's a whole thing that like Alex doesn't like Julian and Poppy wants Alex to like Julian, so then they go on this couple strip and it's like bound for disaster, but they end up warming to each other.
Yeah, and her and Sarah end up doing well too.
They kind of bond also.
Yeah. But the whole thing is he walks in on her crying. And she in the movie she texted him. But
and like pulled him away from Sarah. He's like in his like thing with Sarah, and he's texting Poppy's texting him, and Sarah's like, is it Poppy? Like, go be with her, kind of.
Poppy?
Yeah. Do I even have to ask?
Yeah, no, like, oh my god. She was like, it's her, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like, oh my god. But I think that
that felt very out of character, like for who she was in the book, where like she wouldn't want to bother him, and in the movie she's like texting him being like, I need you. It's like, well, where's your boyfriend?
Yeah. I think in the book it was much more like she kept also in the book she kept going back to the 5 to 15%, which was the 5 to 15% that of like her that thought her and Alex could be something.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like it kept going back to that. But I feel like in the book she also just kept pushing down. Like as Lizzie McAlpine said, pushing down and praying.
Right.
Like that's what she was doing. She kept pushing stuff down. So I feel like she wouldn't have reached out to him. But then she reached out to him. They went to get the pregnancy test in the movie. And then that's when they like basically cheated because they almost locked lips.
They really did. They came close.
They came close locking lips. And then he proposed to
the next
Sarah
day to Sarah. I'm sorry. That makes zero sense to me. Like, unless it's like a moment of panic and you're like, this is the only thing I can do. Like, but I just like don't get how it doesn't make sense to me.
Get like maybe he was feeling guilty almost. And he felt like that. But like also I think there's like a whole other side plot with Sarah that we can get into about the fact that they were that they were high school sweethearts in the movie.
100%.
And I think that completely changes the dynamic of it all.
Yeah.
I think
because in the book, they had met at school.
In the book, they met in the library. They were both in the library. He was like the girl from the library.
Right.
And that was Sarah. And that was the difference is they met. He met Sarah and Poppy around the same time.
Right.
But in the book,
in
the movie,
and Poppy always knew like he had a crush on her, but like he was too scared to like.
Yeah. But then in the movie, it was like she was around much longer, and I think that completely changed the dynamic.
100%. Yeah, definitely.
It was more like I don't want to. It was more of like a comfortability thing with Sarah, opposed to like a genuine like for Sarah and need.
Yeah.
Which I think changed a big dynamic of it all.
Yeah. And it made like the Poppy and Alex thing a little weirder. Like it made it feel a little more uncomfortable, whereas Because when in their first meetup in the like when they met each other for the first time in the movie, he was in a relationship with Sarah, his high school sweetheart. So consider that he probably was dating her for I don't know 2 years at that point already. At least a year. They had been together. So he's meeting Poppy and like they're having this weird like flirt. There's chemistry there, obviously.
Totally chemistry.
In the book, he's single. So it completely changes like how you view their relationship. Like you root for them in the book because they're both single when they meet. So they like form this bond.
Yeah.
You could sense the chemistry from the beginning and you're like, we want these two together. And then he gets together with Sarah.
Yeah.
Whereas like he's in a relationship when their chemistry starts. That changes the way that the viewer views
because then it's the girl best friend.
Right.
It's a completely different book.
Yeah. And it kind of vilifies them a little bit in the eyes of the viewer.
I would 100% vilify. Sarah, our friend Sarah,
we have to clarify every time.
Clarification. When we were watching it, she was like, I'm pissed.
Yeah, if this was my boyfriend, I'd be pissed.
Yeah,
she said.
Yeah, and I was sitting there, I'm like, oh my God. I was sitting there just in pure shock that this was all happening in general because they were in a motel at first. They stopped in a motel, remember? Because the car was they were locked out of the car, and then they stopped in a motel.
Yeah, which was a completely made-up side plot, by the way.
Like, that was a made-up side plot.
It was unnecessary.
Just adding into the girl best friend vibe. And then what else was a made-up side plot? Like, all of, like, New Orleans.
New Orleans. I mean, again, we're just swapping cities willy-nilly. We're just left and right. Like we don't even care.
Like,
they're interchangeable.
Like, what about Canada?
I just, like, it doesn't make a drop of sense to me.
Not a lick.
Especially if you're trying to like maintain the loyalty of the previously existing readership. Like, but you know what I mean?
There was no loyalty. I felt like I was cheated on.
Well, exactly.
I felt like that scene.
But you would think, especially because I'm fairly certain that Emily Henry was involved in like the production process, like you'd think that she would want to
what the hell, Emily?
Remain like semi-faithful to her
own
readers.
Word. Yeah. Like Jenny Han. She remained extremely faithful throughout the 3 seasons.
Yeah.
I mean, but then again, it was
my God, should we cover The Summer I Turned Pretty?
Oh my God, we should.
I've never read the books.
Okay. I did.
Okay.
I don't think we need to cover all of them, but we can cover like the most recent season.
Okay.
I feel like that one had like a couple
plot holes.
Yeah.
There we go.
Thank you.
We got there.
Eventually.
Oh my God. One of the other like minor changes that bothered me so much is in the book, there was an inside joke of there's 2 inside jokes. One, too many wine. That was a joke in the book that was brought up multiple times that Poppy said. And they brought it up once in the movie and he said to her, too many alcohol. It's like, why are we changing that?
And it's ever so slightly changed. Like, we don't need to do that.
But also it's like, we're not going over like the seed that was planted of the inside joke. It's just like being brought up as an inside joke, which like as readers we could pick up on, we know what they're referencing, but like Sarah has no idea like what that joke is. Like it's being introduced to her for the first time and it's like not what the book had.
But there was other ones too. It was
the When Something Speaks to You.
And Tiny Fighter.
Tiny Fighter. That really pissed me off.
Tiny Fighter pissed me off. I'm censoring myself.
We're doing really well, actually.
I feel like we are. I was as mad as I am.
I know.
About it, as frustrated, I should say. I'm not mad, I'm frustrated.
Tiny Fighter was so, like, that one was something that started as a joke and then it became, like, a sentimental, like, phrase that, like, insinuated, like, their kind of bond.
Yeah.
And he just, like, brought it up the first, like, 10 minutes of the movie and, like...
In the scene right after the motel.
Right.
He's like, you're a tiny fighter, and she was sitting there with her damn, like, watermelon necklace, and she's like...
Doing, like, the Debbie Ryan, like...
She's like, tiny fighter, I like that.
And that just, like...
I don't.
Again, like, that just, like, doesn't suit her, the Debbie Ryan.
It doesn't.
You know what I mean?
It
like,
does not. She is literally giving me, like, I'm on my hands and knees for you. Like, you're not giving me quirk.
No. She was trying to give quirk. I'll give her that.
She was.
And she honestly, like, she did have some pretty good comedic timing. Like, I will...
Oh, she does have good comedic timing, but comedic timing and quirk are different.
They are different. Also completely made up side plot is Poppy having a pre-existing friendship with Alex's brother, David, the guy that's getting married.
Oh my God, she was on the phone with David.
And David's like, please come. Like, I know something happened with Alex.
You have to come to the wedding. Like, it doesn't matter what Alex says or not.
Right.
And then she just has barely any build up to calling Alex about like where in the book she has the whole thing where she's like, I just don't feel satisfied, and there's this and that, and she's talking to Rachel, and she's like, I just don't know what to do, and she's like, well, when was the last time you felt happy? And she was like, 2 years ago when I was talking to Alex, and that was such a big part is that she was so unhappy without him in her life.
Yeah.
That led up to her calling him, and then all of a sudden it's like after a spin class, she's like calling Alex, and she's like, yeah, I'm not going. And then he's like, yeah, that's probably for the best. And she's like, actually, I'm going.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden they're there together, and they didn't I feel like that skipped over such a big part of them not staying together.
Yeah.
I think them staying together, I felt like, what did I write? I said 2 hours and they're moving so fast. It went from such a slow burn to the fastest burn I've ever experienced over the course of 8 years.
That was a big issue I had too. It was like, first of all, it didn't feel like they built up a natural friendship over time. It was just like, they hate each other, now they're friends.
Yeah.
And then it also felt like there was chemistry from the jump, which, like, I think in the book, we as readers felt chemistry from Poppy's side pretty early on, but we didn't have a sense of how Alex felt.
We had, you could never tell how Alex felt, for the most part.
But in the book, I mean, in the movie, it seemed pretty quick that they, like, gelled in a way that was weird for his relationship.
The first instant you see it is after the motel when they're eating breakfast.
Yeah.
She's scarfing down her pancakes, and he's sitting there with his cup of tea, and he's like
staring at her goo-goo eyes.
What about Sarah?
What about Sarah?
What about Sarah?
What about Sarah?
Yeah, I wrote down he seems much more in love with her.
Yep.
What else did I
hate to say he was making me cringe a little bit.
He was. Because it's true.
Also, like, I think he's British in real life.
Yeah, because you could hear it slip out a little bit. But he's doing great.
He's doing great.
You're doing great.
I just, like,
it's very hard to do, this accent. It's very easy to do your accent.
Also, we have to, like, talk about the whole thing with the lie that she made up. Like,
oh, I was just about to get him
Perfect.
finding out about Santorini at the wedding and not at the airport, and then their big fight was about something completely different.
Yep.
Yeah, let's get into that. So him finding out about Santorini, which was the trip that she was originally supposed to go on that she gave up for Palm Springs.
Right.
This time she gave it up for Barcelona. But what's her name? She would never have been on board with that.
Swapna?
Swapna would never have been on board with Barcelona because it was trending.
Yeah, Swapna's defining characteristic in the book is that she freaking hates trends.
She hates it.
Any trendy places, like, they get put on a list and, like, they're the R&R people can't go there. And
then once it's off the list, it's like a hoopura. Because when Paris was taken off the list, some guy took out his
beret,
his red beret, and he was ready to go to Paris.
Yeah,
but
Barcelona is such a trendy city. So like, there's no way that she would ever have agreed. Like,
no,
I just feel like why?
And that,
why? Like, can't we just be a little truthful to the book?
Well, that also takes out the entire plot of her paying for it all by herself.
Right. Right.
And the AC not working for multiple days, like, I feel like it took out a lot of points. That there was just so much buildup, like such slow burns, and they, instead of showing the slow burns and like them getting, when she was sick,
that was, oh my god,
when she was sick and he came to visit her, there was a whole moment where they were literally cuddled up, like nuzzled into each other, like perfect little pieces in a shape.
Yep.
And they cut it, and they were cutting so much of the slow burn that it almost did, their relationship just like didn't make sense.
Yeah, I agree. Like,
it was very confusing.
It really was. And you know what? We might be a little bit biased because I do think, like, I am of the opinion that the book is almost always better than the adaptation.
9 times out of 10.
Just because you get, like, that internal monologue, you know how people are feeling. You get like, more. Depending on how it's narrated, you either get the first person, like, you get one of the characters' point of views, or you get, like, an omniscient narrator's point of view that can, like, see into everybody's, like, minds.
Yeah.
Which you just, like, logistically, that doesn't work with a movie, obviously.
Yeah.
But maybe had I not read the book, I would have liked the movie more than I did. I ended up giving it a 2.5 out of 5 on Letterboxd.
Yeah.
But I think it's because I was pissed about so many things.
I think I was pissed about so many things, but I was literally just confused about the plot holes. Like, there were just so many of them.
Yeah.
Like, between Swafna and Alex and Sarah being high school
Right.
sweethearts.
The
And
engagement, which made
the
no
engagement
sense.
was a really big, because that's when they had their fight. That's what their big fight was about, was the fact that he got engaged.
Yeah.
Which I think is a completely different fight than him finding out that she lied. Because in the book, he finds out at the airport that she paid for the whole trip and R&R didn't. And that whole thing was that she lied to basically get them back together.
Mm-hmm.
And in this, when he found out that it was a lie about Barcelona instead of it being Santorini instead of Barcelona, it was kind of just brushed off. Almost.
Because it was not as big of a lie. Like, she still did get the trip covered by...
and they weren't even staying together.
Right.
But in the book, it was like, what? Like, you really did, you know what I mean? It was a much bigger point, and that's why they stopped talking.
Yeah. It also, like, changes the whole thing that, like, they didn't plan the wedding to be another vacation, which is a huge part in the book, because I think that completely changes, like, the intention of them going into it. Like, in the movie, it's almost like they're thrown together. Like, he shocks her at the airport. They're not supposed to, like, have seen each other yet. Then he, like, I guess he brings her to the hotel.
Yeah.
And then he comes in and the AC is not working and he feels compelled to help her. And, like, that's when the back hurts, where, like, it's like they're thrown together by accident. Whereas in the book, like, they're intentionally trying to, like, mend their issues and, like, go on a vacation together. It's completely different.
Completely. And I feel like it was given more, like, in the movie, it was trying to give more, like, fate. But in the book, it was trying to give more, like, we're trying.
Yeah.
And I think there's just such a, not like a stigma, but there's such, like, a hiatus. That's totally not the right word either. About, like, people finding each other. I know. It's, like, about people finding each other by fate. And I feel like it's not, like, fate that brings people together. Like, sometimes relationship takes work. And they were like, nope, it's fate. You know what I mean?
I'm really stuck on the word that you were trying to find.
I am too. What were my two words? Hiatus?
Stigma and hiatus. Like, not even similar at all.
I don't have a big vocabulary.
Stigma is, like, maybe close. Stereotype?
Maybe.
Let's play the vocab game.
Yeah. It was, like,
My favorite
giving,
game.
like, should I describe it for you?
Yeah.
It was given, like, I feel like in today's society, everyone wants that, like, fate kind of relationship. Like, they meet by fate. She falls in his arms and all of a sudden they fall in love, and you know what I mean? But I feel like in the book it was much more given, like, they needed each other. Like, it was more like they needed each other to survive in the book, but in the movie it was like the universe needed them together. And I feel like I liked it more where they
were
didn't
doing it intentionally.
Yeah, and it was, like, intentionally but, like, unintentional at the same time in the book. But in the movie, it was just, everything was just unintentional.
Yeah. Yeah.
Comment down below what that word is.
Yeah, if you could figure out, like, I'm thinking, like, trope, but maybe I'm, like, too in it to, like...
No, I get that. I think it's, like, a trope, yeah, but it's like a something trope. Like, it's, like, another... What's a describing word? Is that a verb? No, that's an action. An adjective. I need, like, another adjective and then trope. Okay. Like, it's, like, a stigma trope. A hiatus trope.
Hiatus is hiatus trope. Yeah.
It's, I can't.
Hiatus is, like, a big gap. Like, it's a big, like, break from something. It's a pause.
Yeah, like someone's on a hiatus. Yeah. So it's not hiatus. It's not hiatus.
And then stigma is, like, when something's, like, it's almost like a stereotype, but, like, more negative. Like, there's a stigma around, like, mental health.
That's good.
Like, that's...
Yeah. I feel like I'm at the spelling bee.
Spell hiatus.
Can't.
Hiatus.
Oh, really? It's not HY? I feel like in those kind of big words, it would be like an HY.
I think it's a 6-letter word.
That sounds big.
Okay. Okay.
I just started reading a couple years ago. So
okay.
I'm new to this. The last thing I wrote was Nasty Man.
I have... Feels like they're trying to knock off the book, like just using off-brand shit of everything.
That's what we were saying. It was like
Yeah.
it was literally like instead of being like based on the book, it was like based on the thoughts and ideas of what the book
Right. I have concepts of a plan.
Yeah.
Like,
I have concepts of a plan. What if
yeah,
that's our name?
concepts of a plan.
Yeah.
I feel like I hate to give Trump any credit. Sorry, we're
Oh, stop watching now.
like anti-conservative media. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I hate
just
to
stop
say
watching
it.
now. I'd love to say it. I'll say it with a smile on my face.
Yeah, definitely.
Just
I'm
stop
very
watching now.
yeah.
I don't really want you here, anyways.
I don't think you would like it here.
I don't think you. That's what I think that's more of you wouldn't like it here.
Yeah, not a very welcoming environment for you.
No, you're not very welcoming to other people. We're not welcoming to you.
Exactly.
Yay.
Put that in your pipe and smoke it. Okay.
Put that in your pipe and smoke it. And then come back to me like,
I also have all caps Trey with 4 question marks. Bro, what?
Yeah, because it was just very random.
It was very random. He felt like an unnecessary inclusion. I feel like it would have been more meaningful to really kind of get to know Julian a little bit and like the dynamics between Julian and Poppy, and then like also with Alex being there.
Especially because her and Julian were over the course of 2 summers. Because
Right.
one summer he gave her.
He was the most serious relationship that she had throughout the book. So I was annoyed that we need, like, if we're cutting things, like, we should be cutting Trey.
Like, if we're cutting things, Trey did not need to be there.
He did not need to be there.
No. I have my questions.
Especially because, like, his only point was to, like, really just make everyone uncomfortable on that couple's trip.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
All he did was, like, be kissing her nonstop in front of them. Like, which was a weird.
And they didn't even touch on the PDA part about how Alex does not like PDA, but then he likes it with.
Yeah. I roll? Okay. So those are most of my, like, notes.
I have questions. Like, I have all these millions of questions.
Perfect.
We can go through them and we'll see if we've already answered some of them, maybe.
Okay.
Did this feel more like a romance first story or a friendship first story?
I would go so far as to say neither.
I would also go so far as to say neither. I felt like it felt like nothing.
Yeah.
I felt it felt forced.
It felt forced.
Yeah.
That's all I need to say, really.
Before finishing the book, did you think Poppy and Alex were actually going to end up together?
Yes, just because I kind of had an idea of, like, Emily Henry as an author.
Yeah. I feel like based on, like, how she writes, you kind of, it would have been, like, a big thing. I feel like I couldn't do, like, another normal
From what
vibe.
I
think I would have destroyed me.
From what I've heard, like, because this was the first Emily Henry I'd ever read, but from what I had heard across, like, book talk, is, like, it's, like, rom-com-esque.
See,
I just anticipated a happy ending.
I didn't read anything into People I Meet on Vacation, except I saw a Netflix thing that I saw, like, a Netflix ad, and it was, like, based on the book. People We Meet on Vacation. That's when I was like, should we do it?
Okay.
So I just went in. I just raw dogged it.
All right.
Into this.
Okay.
So I have no idea who Emily Henry is. I don't know what she looks like.
I know what she looks like because she's been doing press for the movie.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think she's like blondish.
I feel like she would have been like either blonde or like a straight ginger.
She's a cute, like, girly pop.
Oh, is she like how old do you think she is?
I don't know, 30 something.
Yeah, that makes sense. How'd you feel? Like, what were you thinking before going into the movie? Like, did you think it was gonna live up to your expectations? Or do you think
Again, I'm pretty skeptical after I read a book. I just, like, warm to the characters so much, and I'm very attached to the versions of them that I've created in my head.
Yeah.
And I had seen on Netflix, I was trying to send you that TikTok, and it, like, was refusing to go through because it was an ad. I had seen what the characters looked like, and I was like, oh, hell no.
Well, on the cover of the book, they're both brunette. But to me, that doesn't change anything.
I didn't think about that. I was fully convinced in my head that, like, they had written descriptions, like, that they were, like, both blonde. But I think I made it up.
Did they?
I think I made it up.
I'll look back in the book.
I think I made it up.
Who changed more over the course of the book, Poppy or Alex? Neither really changed.
Poppy, I guess.
I think Poppy did, but Poppy gave more. Poppy in the book gave more pushing down and praying, and in the movie she gave more yearning.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then Alex gave us nothing.
Alex really didn't give us anything. I feel like he changed a lot more in the book than he did in the movie. In the movie, he was relatively stagnant, which I didn't love.
Yeah, I didn't love it either. Especially because then, like, there was also, like, the scene with, who's the guy on the boat? The boat guy?
What the hell is his name?
boat guy. Well, who played him again?
Lucas Gage.
All right, who did Lucas Gage play?
Thank God for this laptop. I mean, there's so many benefits of having a laptop on your lap during this.
So many.
What's his character? Buck.
Buck.
Of course.
I think that it was such a big part, like, when, like, there was, like, a whole crash out. Like, they just missed, like, so many minute details that I think really brought their character development along of them, like they were growing, I feel like, together in the book, and here in the movie, I feel like they were growing separately. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, kind of almost like following each other. But in the book, there was a whole thing about how when she was hooking up with Buck, she didn't want to have sex, so she said stop, and he kicked her out of the tent, and then brought someone else into the tent. And then Alex got really pissed off that same night when he found out that that's why he kicked her out, and he was like, "Are you kidding?" And I feel like that's when he first started seeing that, like, Alex really cared for her and about her. But then
this goes back to that thing of you saying, like, it's like fate, because again, they're being thrown together in the movie, because he's like, he goes skinny dipping, he loses his clothes, and now he's calling Poppy out of the tent. It's kind of like the same thing as when she is doing the pregnancy test and she pulls him away from Sarah because she's texting him being like, I'm panicking.
Yeah.
He's panicking and he's pulling her away from. But that's a situational thing, that's circumstantial. It's not like an intentional thing. They're being thrown together. It's like they don't know what to do, so they go to that person, which I guess is indicative of their closeness, because when they're in panic, they look for that person. But it doesn't feel the same.
No, it does not. It does not feel the same at all. If you knew them in real life, would you root for them, or would you tell them to move on?
No, this goes back to what I was saying before. I wouldn't root for them because I would be pissed on Sarah's behalf.
In the movie, I would be pissed on Sarah. I'd be like, you guys need to stop talking. This 2 years of not talking should have been 10.
Yep.
You guys should have never started talking, if that's how you're going to be acting with each other. But in the book, I was rooting for them, for sure.
And I would be, if I was friends with, like, if I knew the situation with Sarah, like, as the movie, I would be like, girl, like, are you blind?
Girl, stand up.
Like.
But I think the whole thing with him going back to Sarah in the movie was, comfortability. Is that a word?
Comfort.
I think the whole thing with him going back to Sarah in the movie was the comfort aspect of it all.
Yeah.
Like, they grew up together, they knew each other, it was comfortable for them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But then I think in the book, it was more like he genuinely, I think, did want to be with Sarah at points.
Yeah.
And then I think it was like Sarah was like almost like, if he couldn't have Poppy, he was going to have Sarah.
Right.
Yeah. Did the movie capture the slow burning tension from the book?
I was just going to ask that question.
No.
It felt so rushed.
It felt really rushed. Oh my God, my knee. Oh my God, I'm dying.
Yeah. Were there moments that felt rushed or emotionally flat compared to the book? 100%. Yeah.
All of them, even their sex scene. We didn't get that, which is fine. You don't need to include it. I would have liked it. You don't need to include it, but I think
it was so
rushed.
Pivotal in the book, that scene,
because the entire time you think that Croatia is going to be that. Like, you think that they're going to have sex in Croatia, and that's the big thing that breaks it. And then you find out that they only kissed in Croatia, and then you're like, what? And then they have sex, and then that also leads into the fight more.
Right. And also, like, yeah, in the movie, they didn't even, in Tuscany, which is the movie's version of Croatia, they didn't even have that moment.
No.
They like almost kissed, but they didn't.
Yeah. And it was like, and then he got engaged.
Right.
Did the movie simplify their relationship?
Yeah.
I think it felt really simplified. I think it's definitely really hard to...
It is difficult. It is difficult. The book is almost 400 pages. It's hard to fit all that nuance. But
I think that they could have... There were definitely scenes in the book that they could have cut to move on to the movie.
Right.
But, like, even those, like, 20 pages, like... In college, we learned that, like, a page of dialogue is about a minute.
Okay.
So that's like what we were at, like 300 minutes. Like you have to cut out like a bunch of it. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
okay, you cut out the prologue, and okay,
Right.
whatever, that's fine.
But the thing is too is like in the book, it's not all dialogue, so you have you could fit a lot more dialogue in
Yeah.
a page than like because you're cutting out all the like
the thoughts,
expedition, like
Yeah.
all of that. Is that the word? The like intro?
Sure.
I don't know.
Well, but yeah, so then you cut out the stuff that's not dialogue,
Right,
and then you're left with,
description
like,
of the
200
scene, like
pages. Okay, and then 200 pages of dialogue. That's like a little over like 2.5 hours. You can cut out some scenes from there.
yeah. I also feel like we
Math.
selected important scenes from the book, right? The sick scene was important.
Yeah.
But they chose to remove what I felt was arguably the most important part of the sick scene, which is like them just like being in an embrace. Like she's so ill and he comes over and like they just lay together.
Yeah.
Like that feels crucial to me because it was very crucial for her and her processing of their relationship in the book.
Yeah. Because that's when she was like, that's I think when she went from 5 to 15% in that aspect. I feel like they included very important things, but then they cut out the most important parts
of those things. Yeah.
I don't know what other question to ask.
I know. I feel like
we really got into like everything.
I think what we could do is let's give our final verdicts.
Okay.
A book rating out of 10, I guess.
Book rating.
We kind of did it out of 5, but
out of 5, yeah.
I like 5. I like 10 because it gives you a little more room to.
Yeah, it gives you some wiggle. I'd say out of 10, I'd give like a 7.6.
Yeah, I would go pretty close to that too. Maybe like 7.4.
I was thinking either 7.4 or 7.6. I feel like it was just like I feel like I liked the slow burn of it all. I think there was definitely confusing parts of it for sure.
Yeah.
But I think all in all like 7. I feel like between the both of us, I feel like 7.5.
Yeah. Okay. Movie.
Like 4.
I was gonna say like I think I'm being generous by giving a 5.
Yeah, I'm gonna go.
Maybe I'm being a little rough. I think we're gonna see a pattern here where the books are outshining movies.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Or TV shows if we do TV shows.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Yeah.
I'm gonna stick at a 5. I think.
I think I'll go up to like a 4 or 5.
Okay.
4.5.
Yeah.
I think going into it blindly, I would love to know our friend Sarah's reaction.
I wish we had her.
Should we call and ask?
Let's call her. Let's get her as a guest. You have to tell her she's going to be on the pod. I think she'll be okay to speak on it. I just think she doesn't want to be on camera, probably.
I know. I'm going to call her.
Hello?
Hey, we're doing our podcast right now. We want to know what you would rate the movie 1 out of 10.
That's like difficult.
I know.
Because we gave our ratings, but
and they were pretty low because we were biased by the book.
Yeah. I'd say like a 7.
Okay.
Yeah.
A 7?
A 7.
Okay.
Alright.
All right, love it.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thanks.
Okay.
Okay.
So as someone who didn't read the book,
It got a 7. I think she was confused.
She was very confused at the
She was
beginning.
confused. Also, to be fair, I think we were also confusing her because we were bringing up points that were happening in the book. We were like Tuscany. I was like, don't we mean Croatia kind of vibe? You know, like we were throwing out like random things.
My favorite part is the first thing she said was, I would be pissed if that was my boyfriend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Did the adaptation enhance the story or dilute it?
Dilute.
Dilute.
It diluted it.
Dilute.
It diluted it for sure.
I mean, here's what I think. If you're into books, read the book.
Yeah.
If you don't like to read, watch the movie maybe.
Yeah. You'll get like a similar vibe.
Yeah.
It just won't be the same.
You won't get the same level of depth and nuance, but
No.
it might be a fun, enjoyable movie if you don't have the pre-existing biases of the book.
Yeah.
All right, I think that's like, do we have any final notes?
Final notes, I'm a little bit upset.
Yeah, I was a little disappointed. Although I will say this activity is kind of fun. Like really just pound the book and then watch the movie.
Yeah, because we read the book in like a week.
Yeah.
Ish.
And then the movie came out 2 days ago and we just watched it.
And
so
yeah, we watched it the day it came out. We gotta figure out what we're gonna watch next.
Yeah, we do.
Read and watch next.
If you guys have anything you want us to read and watch, let us know.
Let us know. I will not do scientific books.
We like romances or dramas.
Horror. You said drama, so I went horror.
Okay, horror.
Like the menorah.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm picturing like a grapevine.
Do
being
the
done.
horror. Yeah. I can get behind romance.
Yeah.
I can get behind thriller.
I could perhaps
the
get behind
Housemaid
thriller.
vibes.
Yeah.
Like I read The Housemaid. Should we let us know
watched.
what you guys think? I read The Housemaid, she didn't read
I didn't read it, but I watched the movie.
And should I go watch the movie and then we discuss our talking points as people who have seen it and then we can rate it that way? I feel like
Yeah, we've also seen it in like I watched it first, she read it first, so we would have like
a switch moment.
Yeah. That could be an interesting dynamic.
I feel like that could be good.
Okay.
Maybe we'll do that.
Let us know. If you have anything else,
yeah,
feel free to share. We're open to ideas.
Like, comment, subscribe.
Comment down below. When this goes up on Spotify, I'm going to ask that you leave a review. That's supposed to be really good and helpful from what I've heard from other podcasters.
So leave it. Leave it on the dance floor.
Leave it on the dance floor.
Leave it on the dance floor.
All right, guys. Thanks for stopping in. Thanks for joining our little book club. And this has been Read It and Weep with Amelia and Grace. We'll see you next time.
See you next time.